Recording.
That one you missed. Are we on?
Yeah, how come my AI thing?
Recording in progress.
Because he could take 10, 15 minutes to get
Where
here.
are my participants?
Is your video working? Before I get too far.
Looks like that is. That was in.
I see your screen, but I do not see you guys.
Maybe they turned it on.
Nope. Stand by.
I guess I didn't get this out weird.
What you need, Audra? Do you need me to print something?
No. For whatever reason, I didn't get the board packet on the 5th.
Oh,
I know. I got everything
Now
else
try
on the 5th,
Sure.
but it's okay. No, I'm good.
are you sure?
There you are.
Okay.
I sent it to you, right?
Yeah, I just
Computers.
I got a
I've
lot.
had computer problems today.
I am ready to just
You
like
wanted to
start
print
writing
everything?
letters and call it good. Okay.
Okay. In the interest of time, I'm going to call the meeting to order as vice chair at 4:32 p.m. on November 12th, 2025. Pledge of allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So, there was no waiting room, you didn't let him in.
Well, he wasn't there a second ago. He just popped in there, smarty purchase. Okay.
Okay, roll call.
Zach? Joe?
Here.
Tom?
Here.
Lynette?
Here.
Audra?
Here. Okay. We have a quorum. Next item on the agenda is adoption of the agenda. I would entertain a motion to accept the agenda unless there are changes.
I'll make that motion with no changes.
I'll second.
Joe?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Lynette?
Yes.
Audra?
Yes? Okay. The fourth item on the agenda is meeting minutes from October 22nd, 2025. Has everyone had an opportunity to review the minutes?
I don't have anything.
I have not. I don't, did you, what, do you know when you sent those out? I can't, I have the financials and I've got the agenda and the
Yeah, it's
adjusted
November,
agenda.
it's November 5th packet, but you have to scroll down
Oh,
several
maybe I
pages.
just missed it then.
Yeah, it's like the 5th page on the board packet.
Word packet, I got it.
On November 5th? Okay.
Yes, thank you so much. I found them.
Do you want to take just a couple of minutes to read it and we can move
Yeah, if
on
you
to
wouldn't
director's report and come back to the minutes?
Started with us, you got slow. And we're moving along, so we're gonna keep that pace.
Zach, I gotta get out of here by 5:15 for another meeting.
No.
So do you want to take a few minutes and read them, or do you want me to?
Should we hold them off till next time?
Or we can just go to the next
Oh,
agenda
let's
item
just
and
go,
come
if
back.
that's okay
Okay.
with you.
Sure, that's fine. Okay. So we'll move on to the director and operations reports. And then I'll yield the meeting to the president or the chair.
Thank you for doing.
However, you have to keep moving.
I know you set a standard.
No extra words.
You have a reputation to upkeep, I understand.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So we have a deferred property tax receivable of $113,374.16. With both bank accounts, we had a total cash on hand of $4,081,500.51. That's up $144,075 from the October meeting, so it's about 3 weeks. Our TAD net income is $500,926. Our enterprise net income is negative $152,279. And that's because we moved money after the audit. We moved money from that account to the operations account.
Okay.
So we have a year-to-date total net income of $348,647. Pictures. Our year-to-date billing performance, we've run 1,456 transports, payments collected of $860,337.61 for a net collection rate of 36.6%. If I'm going too fast, let me know. Our October, we ran 117 transports. Our collections for October were $8,798.27 for a cash per trip of $75.20 and a month net collection rate of 2.9%. No medical director updates. No updates on the other building. Nothing for the grants. Polo AMR has a pilot program for their whole blood. They've given 8 units in the last 2 months. And I'm reaching out to the blood bank and to Dr. Brainy to see how we can get started on a pilot.
Nice.
Secure transport's rolling smoothly. Gas license is good. Our health service district, we've got Andrew online so he can update us once we get to the executive session. Nothing on San Diego Cristo Hospice. No changes in the bills. We're meeting with the state representative on November 19th for the essential bill, but there's no change. We don't know if the government shutdown has impacted our billing quite yet. Our October billing month-end report, we've got $0 in payments from Medicare and $4,560 from Medicare Advantage. So it's not really enough to gauge if we've had any effects or not. Rumors are that there will be a CR bill passed sometime tonight or over the next couple days. So hopefully we don't see any effects. As a part of that CR bill, they're going to extend our Medicare extenders through January 30th of 2026. So if that happens this week, I anticipate we'll get everything that we build out and we won't see any effects of this.
What's the acronym for CR?
Continuing resolution. The Colorado Department of Healthcare Policy and Financing, HCPF, submitted their application for the Rural Health Transformational Funds. We just got the application today. I haven't got to read through it, but there's quite a bit of EMS related items in there, so that's good. And our lobbyists sent out an email today and said HCPF will be able to tell us how much funding they'll receive by the end of the year. And then next year, they'll have public meetings that we have to pitch what kind of projects we want to apply for. So it'll be like a grant program. We'll have to apply for the monies. October safety cloud report. I'm not going to go through all that. Here's Zach's colorful pictures.
My fave. And these are 3D.
That's right. Don't have anything that stands out. So October 30th, Trinidad Ambulance was the only agency that went to Trinidad State College's wrestling first responder night. So they were happy about that.
Yeah. I'm glad you guys did that.
Yep, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then November 6th through the 9th, we were at the state EMS conference. Got a lot of good information there. Found out that HCPF actually came to the EMS Association and said, the governor told us to figure out how to cut spending and save money. What do you guys think? We pitched the treatment in place bill. They said that makes sense. They want to meet with us. And they want to try and get treatment in place they want to try and get that established by July 1 of 2026. But it's only going to be for mobile integrated health agencies. So we've got to get that figured out so that we can be a part of that project.
So that gives us like our first real debt limit on trying to get that program moving.
And we'll be well ahead of that.
Sweet.
3 ambulance crashes. Actually, more than that. That was just October.
Plus 5.
Yeah.
Plus the 5 in November. Few assault on EMS providers, and I put this YouTube link. It's actually a stabbing that was caught on body cam from 2022 of an EMS provider, but in the interest of time, I'm not going to show it. AMR Boulder will be shutting down December 31st of 2025, and 87 employees will be laid off.
Who's gonna cover Boulder?
I don't know that they have an answer yet.
And what's the reason?
They just didn't renew the contract. Boulder City or Boulder County didn't renew the contract. A few agencies with funding challenges, same stuff we've been seeing. No new reports for staffing shortages. Again, AMR Boulder will be closing, and then Clear Creek County EMS has been warning due to staffing, and they've got an ambulance out of county 30% of the time, which is about what we do. They're looking at being stretched thin and possibly closing to, or not closing, but at least reducing resources. So there is some new legislation that was just submitted by Senator Collins and Welch. So this is the CARE Act, not to be confused with the CARES Act or CARES funding. CARES Act and CARES funding was the COVID monies that were out there for EMS. The CARE Act is a treatment in place bill that was introduced, and they want to do basically a pilot for 5 years and pay for agencies to treat patients and leave them on scene if they don't need to go to the hospital. So that was just introduced a few days ago, so we'll see where that ends up. That's a federal bill. So.
Oh, I ended up watching that.
Did you?
Yeah, it's very, very good.
So they screened it at the conference, but I didn't get to go watch it. But there's nothing new as far as documentaries or awareness, but I was talking to our National Association of EMTs partners, and they would like to partner with us. I told them for EMS Week, we were thinking about doing a screening of the show at the Movie Picture Show House and bringing the community in for EMS Week. And they would like to partner with us and see if NAEMT will provide some monies to come down and do an advocacy thing and work with us to do that. So
That's really
we're
cool.
working on that with them. Be kind of cool.
Yeah.
When is EMS week?
It'll be May of 26.
Okay.
Can't believe, I don't, second or third week, I don't remember.
It'd be nice
But
to
me.
get it.
Hey, Chief,
Yeah,
can I interrupt really quick?
sure.
Got a quick question before I call Dr. Becker. This patient has a central line at the ER. Nothing's running, don't need to access it. Any level.
The end of my presentation.
So if there's any way that it could be shown before graduation and have like the students from the college, I think it would be a great option for them in the week before graduation.
They graduate the first week in May?
I'll have to get back with you on that.
Okay. Yeah, that's
It's
fine.
usually this second Friday in May.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
There was no update regarding 939 Robinson, but was payment received for October?
October payment was, we're waiting on November, and I didn't reach out to him yet. I got distracted. We need a rep. So he wasn't able to set up ACH for some reason, so he mailed the last one. So I gotta reach out to him again tomorrow and see where the November one is.
What is the due date on those rent payments?
So that's the first.
Okay.
We received October's on the 27th.
Okay. Okay.
Cool. Then, barring any further questions, that would move us on to an operations report from Bubba. You close it off, Barb?
Hi, everybody. Sorry, I'm not feeling very good. I didn't want to get the rest of you sick. So, started out with 163 calls for service last month. That is down 25 from the previous month, and we're down about 43 from the same time last year. Our on-call crew did one call with one transport. Chief and I didn't have any calls that time. We had 33 IFTs. That's up 10 from the previous month. We transported 2 home from the ER. We have been actually, and I'll update you next month as well, we have been doing several double transfers, and we're also taking nurses with us on BLS days so that we can get the patients out of there. As Chief said earlier in his report, behavioral health transports are going good. So far in 5.5 months we've been doing it, we've done 26 so far, and we got another one going out tonight, as a matter of fact. We are at 320 IFTs for the year, and looks like, to my calculations, we had about 358 last year, 358, 360. So we're only 40 away from that, so we should be over that this year. We had a total of 5,258 miles for October, which brings us to a grand total of year to date of 60,030 and a half miles on the facilities. We started as part of trying to get the CPMIH program out there and going and stuff without actually doing anything yet. We have been meeting and collaborating with DHS and all the other partners within the county. We've started to work with the Coalition for the Unhoused, and Erica Gonzalez seems to be a very firecracker type of person, wants to get things going, wants to see how we can assist them with their warming shelters, and they also have a church service on Sundays to kind of entertain something, kind of what we do at the senior center, and try to get our folks out there and with the public, that type of thing. We also have a meeting this Friday with some guy named Zach. I don't know who he is.
Never met him.
As well. But Zach, you can probably help out a little bit with what you do. And with that, I'll give the floor to Zach here in just a second. With that, we'll reach out to Dr. Becker and see what he feels comfortable with. But mainly, I'll let Zach kind of give a short spiel as Chief is trying to keep this moving.
Sure. So one of the things that I do on the side is I am the executive director of a 501c3 that does mutual aid and harm reduction. We, as of right now, are pretty much the only service that does full harm reduction and mutual aid, which is pretty much, if you need assistance, we will help you. You don't have to have benefits. You don't have to have an ID. You don't have to have anything. You don't have to make commitments. It's just, we give you supplies, we give you food, we give you, if we had shelter, we would do that too. That's where we're moving to. So in order to try and show because I learned harm reduction in Atlanta, my business partner learned harm reduction in Kensington, Philadelphia. So we come from very big areas that really had a lot of testing grounds for it. And so we have begun doing that both here and in Raton. In Raton, we completed the only pit counts that have ever happened in Colfax County. And it goes to show exactly how few resources are in these areas. When we went out and did the pit counts, which is the place and time counts for anybody that's not familiar, it counts where someone is at a specific day and time, and it helps show the rates of unhoused population across any state. And we found that the barriers to healthy lifestyles, we'll say, was everything. every single resource that was listed on this survey was missing from Colfax County. There was very few that are in Trinidad, in Los Animas County, and so we see a big need, and the whole answer is just to do it. And we finally, at this point, we have about 1% of the total population between both towns that we go to and meet with on a weekly basis. And we're starting to now reach out to behavioral health organizations. There's a group called House of the Sacred Journey out of Las Vegas, New Mexico, that has opened an office to do case management in Raton. And we're working on trying to mimic the same things here in town. And in doing so, we've been working with Erica Gonzalez quite a bit in order to try and unify resources and actions and efforts. In doing so, the next step was to try and meet with the ambulance district, because it is absolutely, I think, a lot of the things that the ambulance district has been doing that Bubba and Chief report on in their directors and operations reports are completely independently the same thing that we tend to be doing, because that's where I come from. My business partner came from social work, I came from EMS, and we both saw the limitations of the systems, but that's not to say that either system is bad. It's just we want to fill in the gaps where red tape exists and liabilities exist. And so we reached out to the ambulance service and wanted to have a meeting this Friday, is when it ended up being, to try and see how we can coordinate services, whether it's Narcan or training or a general change in, like we're doing here, a general change in public perception or whatever is the case. But we are a great community that does a lot of groundbreaking things, and I think this is the next one, is we have a lot of people that for one reason or another stay here. And a lot of those people do have issues that are going unanswered. And it's not because no one here wants to, it's because we don't have the resources to do it. But when you have an organization that is being the liaison and helping all these other organizations fill in where they can and filling in the gaps that they aren't able to do, I think we have a real chance. And so that's kind of the backing of, we're trying to get some kind of motion going in town. We're trying to build as much as we can, and the idea is to see what types of things, I mean, I obviously already have insider information on what the ambulance district does and what types of things you guys were working towards, but trying to just align what we as the nonprofit do in order to help better serve the community, I think is the main goal.
Where all do you share these PID counts? Who receives that information?
The state. So right now, we haven't done the PIT count for Los Animas yet, but we are directly involved with and certified by the New Mexico Department of Health, and we are directly involved with in one of the programs with CDPHE. So it goes directly to the state. And so we are an independent organization, but we do work hand in hand with whatever agency will have us. So, and obviously, I mean, it goes on without needing to be said, but ultimately I will, if we ever do get to a point of a vote on anything, if that were to come up, I would obviously have to recuse myself and abstain. So, but I think that long story long sums up what Friday is trying to bring, to me, it fits into my heart in the same place the Whole Blood Coalition does, where it's a cutting edge idea that cities are having great successes with, and we're in the middle of nowhere, for lack of better terms, and we have every opportunity to do it. And so we're gonna try.
What is your source of funding? Is it government?
So right now it's in-kind donations and consultation through case management. So we have a few people that are involved with our organization, one of whom she has 2 doctorate degrees, one of which is in psychology, and she donates her time to our organization and brings in funds, as well as in-kind donations from just like-minded organizations that typically have resource programs or buyers club programs or things like that.
Cool.
So.
Yeah, so a lot of cool stuff. We want to be out in the public. I think we can help in a lot of different areas. These folks do not just admit themselves to the ER. They typically go long times without getting medical care. That's going to be right up our alley with our mobile integrated health. So I'll look forward to working with all those folks. We have 5 of the 6 trucks are still in service. As we talked last meeting, we have a quote for the repairs that need to be done on the truck so we can get it back in service, and we could use that with winter's coming as it's on a 4-wheel drive. Our crew corners this month, crews provided standbys for local high school football games throughout the year, utilizing staff and QRTs throughout the county. Liz did a great job with tracking that, staffing that, and then also billing that. Ultimately, I think Liz can tell you, but somewhere around $1,800. I'm guessing we came up with that after we paid for the staff. So is that pretty close, Liz?
Not too bad, it was 16, but yeah, it was just under
Okay.
1,600 is the profit for the district, if I remember correctly.
Good deal.
And it turns out one of the teams made it to the playoffs, so we'll make just a little bit more because they got a game added on for Saturday.
Nice.
And we participated in 3 different trunk or treats. First, one that we've been doing for the last several years at the college, and also downtown on Commercial Street. And this year we were invited to COG. Had a great time. We had crews at all 3 events. Crews just eat that up. We decorated one of the other ambulances that's sitting outside that we weren't using. So it was a good time had by all there. We have right now, so we've basically have 2 EMTs, as I told you, and 1 paramedic out of the FTO program. We have another EMT going through the FTO program right now. So that's a field training officer or office, or FI field internship. So they know how to run calls and take care of patients and all the operational stuff. So I'm working on that, so that should help us. I'm happy to report that right now the schedule is totally full till the 3rd week in December. So that's already starting to show some signs of some good work there. Our employees on the injured reserve list or college football redshirted list is knee surgery was completed the 30th of October. Getting ready to start PT on that. They did find some other damage. Not sure if that's going to delay his physical therapy or not. And our thumb person is had the nerve test and is awaiting the second opinion on what they want to do with that thumb. So still have not or do not have a time frame on that yet. And then we are still in the running for the OEHI grant. That was one we told you about last month. It's a $900,000 grant. We do know we did go in partner kind of consortium with 4 other agencies, us being the smallest and the newest, and 2 of those agencies did not get their grant. Ourselves and UPRAD are still in the running for that. So they asked for some information that has to be turned in by the 14th, which is Friday. So I'm hoping within the next couple of weeks we should have a good idea on that. And with that, if everybody can see my screen.
I'm counting that as graphics because you're on a screen.
That's right. If there's any questions.
I'm impressed there's no latency.
Yeah, not too bad.
What did you do to?
It's just HDMI cables.
Huh.
And then
I mean, usually there, when you guys do stuff, isn't there a little bit of latency?
A little bit.
Interesting.
maybe it's because it's on the same Wi-Fi.
Is he in the building?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, all right.
Yeah.
I thought he was at home or something. I'm like, wow, that's impressive.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's down the hall.
All right. He's just not, all right.
Yeah, under the weather, you can tell.
All right. Then it makes sense. I'm like, wow, that's just
Minutes.
perfect.
Oh, right. So do we have any questions, comments, concerns? directors or operations reports.
Hmm.
Then I think we need to revisit meeting minutes, correct?
Yes. I'll make a motion to approve the October 22nd meeting minutes as presented.
Cool. I'll entertain a second.
I'll second.
Zach,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Lynette,
Yes.
Audra,
Yes.
That would move us to item number 6, unfinished business public perception campaign. Again, I think it's good to keep it on here. I do think we've kind of covered it this meeting, so for the sake of time, we'll continue on unless anybody has anything. Cool. Then that would move us on to item number 7, public comments.
nope,
And then item number 8, new business, and that'll move us to 8A, legal counsel.
So I've got one more, it's not a proposal, because I told him that the board wanted, availability every month for the board meeting. So this is an EMS attorney, but he's based out of New Jersey. He is, licensed here in Colorado, and he's doing, work for Delta County Ambulance District. So I reached out to him. He said that he'd be willing to do kind of a PRN thing if you guys still wanted him. The other agency I reached out to, UPass, they're using the same firm as Catherine, our health service district attorney. And then one of the other agencies is just using a local county attorney. So I don't know that there's anybody else kind of EMS special district attorney out there that we can look at. I don't know if you wanted to maybe use one of these or maybe use them both.
I think we just leave it up to Gabe to decide. Since he's got the conversations going with them, I'm okay with that. Whoever you
And I
feel
think
comfortable with.
Yeah, and I think his hourly rate was the same as hers. And in all honesty, I wouldn't mind having Catherine as the general counsel and then just bouncing stuff off of this gentleman every so often as it pertains to EMS.
I'm not against that idea because like Catherine does seem like she understands our situation, including all of our legal things pretty well. So
And if we do kind of an hourly based with both of them, then that keeps our costs low. We're not out anything extra.
Are they looking for any retainer or any?
No.
commitment? That's good.
I'll have to double check with Catherine's, but I don't believe there is a retainer on there.
I just wanna make sure that, I don't want a retainer, however, I wanna make sure if we need them, they're there
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah,
So-
no, this guy doesn't want a retainer. He said he's willing to work with us PRN work hourly. And I'm fairly certain that Catherine didn't have a retainer, so.
And can I ask what that hourly is?
400.
Okay,
That's pretty typical for a partner.
Pretty sure that's what Catherine was as well, was right around that. Yeah, he's 500 in New Jersey, but he said that doesn't apply in Colorado, so he gave us a 20% break.
my only concern would be, again, having somebody available during minutes or meetings. Because, for instance, I raised a question about whether we're required as a special district to follow procurement laws. And I'm looking up the law during the meeting instead of having somebody that can instantly answer. There's a benefit there.
yeah, I agree
So,
with that.
I will confirm with her that she can make our meetings, and then we can make a decision after that.
Okay.
If you're okay with that?
Do we need to vote?
Of the communication you guys have?
Yeah.
Just so.
Yeah, I just got it yesterday, so I didn't get a chance to put it out
Get
there.
a feeling for who's who and what
But,
they are.
yep. I'll get that out. I believe Catherine, you guys received last month. I'll get this one out.
I'm from Philly and South Jersey, I can read, you know?
Yeah.
Gabe, I didn't see anything from Miss Catherine.
I don't think we saw them last month.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I
I
don't
think
think
you
I got 'em
held
both
it
out.
because you were gonna get
additional.
3 and then put it all out.
I'll get them both out.
So you wanna table this till the next meeting? Is
Please.
that-
Yes.
okay?
I would make a motion to table legal counsel consideration until our next regular meeting.
I'll entertain a second.
A second?
Zach,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Lynette. Yes. Audra.
Yes.
That will move us to item 8B, over limit expenditure.
Here I am, I'm just healing up after the bus tires went over my back, but we're good. Everything's good there. So just to let the board know, there hasn't been anything expended yet. But did go back and during the, when they had the truck over at M&M, they were unable to get it started and did the diagnosis on it and came up, and which I told you that we were in fear that it was going to be a turbo as well. So I had them do both the turbo and the exhaust filter on their quote. Barb has that, should have went out in your packet. So if you have any questions on that, it is more than what the original one that I initially said that we could do. But at the same time, this should be hopefully remedy our issues.
So the total's the 12,466?
Yes.
Yes. It was 7 something at the original one.
Obviously, it's necessary and the vehicle's not so outdated that it doesn't make sense to do, correct? So I'll make a motion.
Yeah, Audra, so just so you know, Chief, we're gonna put in for a new remounted ambulance this next year, but we're looking at 2 years before we get that. Because of the way, thanks to COVID and everything else, it takes 16 to 24 months to get those trucks back once we turn them around. So this truck, and here's the thing, I wanna get this truck fixed. It has less miles than the other truck that we may remount. And it's in a little bit better shape, other than we've had the problematic with it running like it is. So we don't have to make a decision on which one we're trading in right yet, so I'm hoping that we can get that, but that is part of our crucial fleet of our 5 ambulances, yes.
I would make a motion to approve the estimate for M&M to repair vehicle 4978 in the amount of $12,466.37.
I second.
Oops. Zach,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Lynette,
Yes.
Audra.
Yes.
Thank you, guys, and I apologize for the mix-up to start off with.
All right. Then any questions, comments, concerns?
Did he do his push-ups?
I don't know. Yeah, did he pay
No,
up?
he did not.
Put it in the minutes.
I see how quickly he left.
Me too.
That'll move us to item 8C, dispatch service proposals.
So
Table
the
that
la-
till January.
I was gonna say, last
Oh,
meeting,
yeah,
we
it
tabled
just
it
got
to
held over.
January,
Yep.
and I just kept it on there, so
I
I didn't
gotcha.
forget to put it on when the time came.
I gotcha. Good catch. Then that would move us to item 8D, view-only bank access change.
So with our new accounting service, the current one we're using, they have view-only access to our First National Bank accounts. So they can go in and do real-time, see what's cleared, what hasn't cleared, that kind of stuff. So now that we're changing accounting personnel, we need to take them off and put new people on. So we just needed approval for that. I did a letter that if everyone's in agreement, we can sign it and that'll get it started. You know how long it took last time to get things done? Because the bank doesn't have a process where it's just these people off and on. We have to do the whole thing all over again. So there's that.
I'll make a motion to approve the letter to submit the changes to First National Bank from the former accounting firm to the new accounting firm for view-only banking access at First National Bank.
I'll entertain a second.
I will second that.
Thank you.
Zach,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Lynette,
Yes.
Audra,
Yes.
That's why you're raising and we'll move on.
Hey, Chief.
Yeah.
Chief and President, while we're waiting doing that, one other thing that I think is super cool that I had in my report that I didn't tell you all is one of the things that we're doing is the Naloxone project and handing out walk-up Narcan for anybody and their families and anybody that needs it, which has been good. We're probably just under 50 doses that we put out in the community. There's other folks in the community doing that. But one of the things that the Naloxone project offers is a vending machine. And we had an open forum with one of the docs. I posed a question with some of the city folks that were there. And we're going to go a different route. And we do have secured a place for a Narcan vending machine in Trinidad. It'll be at Trinidad, Keep Trinidad Safe's office. So that's any time of the day, night or day, weekends, whatever, they can go up and get that life-saving medication. So I think that's really big. We'll be working on getting that and helping them logistically with their agreements and that type of thing. So wanted to let you guys know that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I appreciate you persevering on that and finding a place for it to go.
We can fill you in.
It's right up for me.
We
Yeah.
got the attorney on.
It was Dr. Barry's office.
So, any questions, comments, concerns? That'll move us on to item number 9, which is our executive session 24-6-4024B for the purpose of receiving legal advice relating to the district's district court appeal. Woof. I was like, oh, my brain just slipped.
I make a motion to enter into executive session for the stated purpose.
I'll be nice and I will close this door and then I'll close that one.
did you say second, Joe?
Yes.
Zach,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Lynette,
Yes.
Audra,
Yes.
Thanks, Liz.